How's it going, gamer? You got hands here, and today in Dauntless, we're going over this incredibly super duper insane attack speed build, as you can see here, for the repeaters. And I'm talking about it is 100% plus increased attack speed. And yes, that is with the tonic, but without the tonic, it is still 70 increased attack speed. What we're doing is we're utilizing every single attack speed buff for the repeaters and in the game in terms of cells and armor to create this. I'm talking about Shrike's Lantern, Conduit, Wild Frenzy at +6, and Captain's Grip from the repeaters. They all cool down and last about the same time, which is 10 to 15 seconds. And with that said, you can use them together to have this increased super duper attack speed like you see here. I'm pretty sure it's not possible to shoot any faster than what we got going on in here. So like I said, this probably is the fastest shooting repeaters build, and it is amazing. A lot of people tend to shy away from repeaters because they think they're not strong or effective. But I shall say, if you can solo heroic behemoth in under 3 minutes, which I did under 2 minutes in this video, then the weapon is effective. Don't let the naysayers shy you away from using the repeaters, because man, they are awesome, and I just proved it right there. So hey, if you like this video and you want to see more, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and let your friends know what's going on here. So turn on your system, grab your repeaters, and let's get ready. Whoo, buddy, that was so awesome. Wouldn't you agree? Man, this build is so dope. And I think, in my opinion, this is the fastest repeaters build in terms of attack speed. We're going to go over the Lantern and maybe Zill a little bit later. But, man, like I said, and like y'all saw in that video, this is incredible, super fun build. So firstly, what you're going to want to do is get your repeaters, right? And throw yourself a Wild Frenzy, because we're going to max that sucker out. And then I would suggest using a conditioning cell, because this build is all based off of increased movement speed, increased attack speed. So we're going to want that little extra stamina so we feel like we're super duper fast. For the barrel, of course, I would suggest maybe use the barrel depending on what behemoth you're fighting. But I love Inferno Barrel. I love the on fire status. And that also comes from Searing Prism as well. I really dig a full bore chamber, because man, that's some great damage if you shoot in the form of from their head through their tail. That's some crazy damage if you can get through the whole behemoth body. Captain's Grip, this is one of our great things that's given us 20% increased attack speed for 15 seconds. And make sure you're always using these when you're empowered so you can get the buff to all slayers too. And it's really great because all these attack speed buffs that we're getting are all around the same time. They last 10 to 15 seconds, so we're able to stack all these up for that incredible boost of attack speed that you saw. Tactician's Magazine is one of the best mods. It decreases your cooldown of your skills if you can reload at 0 magazine. Searing Prism is really dope, probably the strongest best. Obviously, you can read it down there. The 10th hit in a row does 225 damage and major blaze damage. So we'll also be giving the Behemoth on fire status, which does really good damage over time. Next, we're going to be using Dark Watch, which is Shroud's head that has a rage cell. And we're going to put an overpower cell. Why overpower? Because any form of the Behemoth being staggered, it being a part break, them being interrupted, them being staggered and knocked down on the ground from a lot of stagger damage, overpower activates. So like I said, you're going to be breaking parts with the repeaters even if you're by yourself or with a team, and overpower will activate, and it's more damage versus Rage Hunter, and that is my opinion as well. For the chest piece, this is Kashai's chest that has a +3 Predator, and we're going to put a +3 Conduit. Why Conduit? Because like I said, all these attack speed things are going to come together to give us the most fastest attack shooting repeaters ever. It's awesome. Now Carrion's Grasps has a +3 Predator, and here's our second Wild Frenzy. These are Charog's Feet Volcanic Treads, and it has a +3 Rage, and we're going to put a +3 Discipline. Because we're running a half health build with Rage and we're utilizing Wild Frenzy, we need Discipline to take us to half health. And now for the Lantern. I choose Shriek's Zill, and like I said, this is like the fastest shooting repeaters build ever, blah blah blah. Yes, you could use Embermane's Rapture, because that gives you a +25% attack speed for 8 seconds. But that's on the tap, and that takes a real long time to reload and come back, so it's not consistent. So yes, if you use that 8 seconds would be considered the fastest shooting, you know, with this build, because I have everything else in this build focused on attack speed, the maximum attack speed for a repeater. So yes, maybe Ember mains, but I still think Strikes is the best because it's on the hold, and that we're shooting so fast that hold recharges right back, and that's 15% increased attack speed and movement speed for 15 seconds. And like I said, it's already back and ready to be used again before the 15 seconds runs out, and that's really great because that's syncing up with Conduit, syncing up with Wild Frenzy, and that makes for an incredible amount of attack speed. And right here, we'll be throwing Conduit in there. And for the flasks and tonics, I would suggest using Blitz Tonic because, like I said, this is the fastest shooting. This includes that part because this is a bunch of other attack speed stuff. So that's 10 to 30% increased attack speed based on our missing health. We're at half health build, so this is really giving us a great buff. If you don't want to use or can't afford any tonics, you know, don't. But if you choose to do at least one, definitely do this one because it is crazy. So all in all, what gives us is a +6 Conduit. So that's plus 15% attack speed for us and all Slayers. So remember, Strikes was 15%, Captain's Grip, so that's like 30, 40 something percent increased attack speed. It's really phenomenal. Predator's 35% damage if you can avoid not to get hit, which is important. And Rage, that's 25% damage all the time because they're at half health. And here's our baby Wild Frenzy. That's 20% increased attack speed when we're under 50% health, which we are. Conditioning, that's our stamina regen. Discipline gives us another 7.5 critical strike chance, and that's what's knocking us to half health so we can utilize Rage and Wild Frenzy. And like I said, I already talked about Overpower earlier, so here's Overpower for that 30% damage versus Staggered Behemoths. Remember, even when the part breaks, that counts. Even when they're interrupted or when they're on the ground from stagger damage. It's really, really great. So I hope you're able to make this build, and I hope you really enjoyed this incredibly super fast attack speed repeaters build, because repeaters just are not fun unless they shoot incredibly fast. And this will definitely help you shoot incredibly fast. Not to mention move fast, because you feel real sluggish walking around with the repeaters. So this build, I think right now, is my favorite repeaters build. Alright gamer, that's all I got for you today. I hope you're able to make this build because it is really dope. Hey, throw a comment down below and tell me what you thought about this video or what you want me to work on next. And don't forget to spread the word about what I got going on here. This is Hans signing out. Peace!